Today's review is brought to you by the House of Molinard. This is Habanita. This is the Eau de Parfum version that was released in 2012. This was an update, I guess, on the original 1924 Habanita Eau de Toilette, which has long been discontinued, although I was fortunate enough to be able to smell a vintage of this not long ago. And although there are differences, I will say that I actually prefer this Eau de Parfum version to what I smelled in that sample. So I'm not sure I was getting the full experience or gave it enough time. They are both lovely, but I like the way the Eau de Parfum is constructed. Let's get into the smell. And while I'm sniffing my fun fact is that the original Habanita was produced for the specific reason of scenting cigarettes to, I guess, cover up the smell of the cigarette. So it wasn't actually initially produced as a fragrance to wear. It was used to scent cigarettes. And so this is mid-20s, early 30s. This fragrance immediately opens up. The main things I get in the opening are resins, sweet resins, maybe benzoin, vanilla. There is definitely some kind of indolic white floral going on here. And the other thing you're going to get pretty much from the get-go is this powdery fluff of heliotrope as well. That particular note continues on through the development of this fragrance. And at various times, I think if people are ever going to find this fragrance a little bit difficult to wear, my guess would be it would be in the opening, because there's the one thing I like about Habanita is that it's not, to me, it's not a pretty scent. There is this discord going on with this particular fragrance on my skin. It might not be your experience, but there is all that. There are all those pretty saturated balsamic resins going on with that white floral. The powdery heliotrope. I mean, powder is a word that's going to be used to describe this fragrance a lot, but just beneath the surface there is something a little imperfect about it. There is an imperfection about it, and I'm not saying that in any kind of negative way about this fragrance. If it didn't have that imperfection, this scent wouldn't be as alluring to me. The imagery that comes up in my mind are images of used ashtrays where instead of being washed, talc powder has been poured into them just to cover up the smell of the old cigarette ash. And I guess it kind of makes sense, or I make that connection because I didn't actually learn about the original purpose of Habanita until after I'd had this imagery in my head. So there is this, I have these visions of late 20s, early 30s dance halls, lots of powdered women smoking cigarettes, and this kind of sums Habanita up in a nutshell. Add that little bit of, in the base there is a little bit of a leathery accord, which I think is coming from a combination of things, but there is this leathery benzoin note that is contributing to that. So it's not a full-on, very distinct leather. I'm saying that there is a leatheriness in the base. along with those indolic florals as well. But overall, you know, I still, the imagery that comes to me when I smell this is discovering you know, a felt lined antique makeup case in a store, rummaging around, and you open it up, and as soon as you open it up, you get those decades old powdery makeup-y kind of smells wafting from it. Add a little bit of dust and you have a bit of Habanita magic going on. It is old world. It's old world rugged charm. I think, look, some guys might find this a little bit too feminine for their taste, but definitely, as always, I will encourage testing of this particular fragrance. I've had this bottle since the beginning of the year, and it hasn't taken long to basically climb into, you know, my top handful of favorite perfumes in my wardrobe. Lasting power is nothing to complain about at all. I think it actually still also has pretty good projection. I'm always constantly aware that I'm wearing this off, you know, 3, maximum 4 sprays, and, you know, I might be overspraying, but I like to smell this all the time, and it has no trouble reaching my nose from my skin. 8 to 10 hours easily. Probably not so great in warm weather, but I can't recommend this highly enough. And I think it can be had at pretty reasonable prices as well. That is my review of Habanita from Molinard. Fun fact, I can't say the word Habanita in my head without saying it along with the melody of that Justin Bieber song. So, I hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know if you've tried it, if you love it, if you hate it, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.